Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! At their own 22-yard line.
Set, cut, 60 out, low. 36.
Bridgewater on first down. He completes it to Henry. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Tackle made there by Buda Baker. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. You mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. He'll get this one to Galladay. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Down right around the 25. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tighten up, pull it together.
To throw, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
56. Drop deep, drop deep. Hey, alert.
Recon, 132 fighter. Fight.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. He's at the 50. The 40. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Following that fumble recovery, it's Murray. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Trey Flowers in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Murray. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
53, check 53.
Throwing is Murray on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Switch.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 26.
First down, Murray. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down.
Mike's 47. Mike's 47. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field.
From the gun on third down, Murray looking for his running back, and he's got him. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
It's now fourth down.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down.
Whip, 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 whip. Safety's creeping.
They do go for it. It's Murray. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first.
Well, they picked up the first down, but I'm just going to say it. I didn't like it before the ball was snapped, and I don't like it now that they picked it up. Think about field position on their own side of the 50. They don't get it. They put their defense in a bad spot, and it's just not a decision that pays off very often.
Well, it wasn't fourth and a yard. There was some meat on that bone.
There really was. Fortunate to get it in that situation, but not a call I would make very often.
Murray now on first down. This is caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Justin Watson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Lions nothing.
Let's go. Pittsburgh. Don't drink.
On second down, Johnson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On third down, Bridgewater. He finds his man Johnson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Trick pass. Trick pass.
Get it.
On 2nd down, it's McSorley. He's going to get this to Austin, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Go, go.
Here's McSorley on 1st and 10. Complete to Jones. The try. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You draw Corkers.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Tavon Austin. And that'll make it 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Let's go now. 36. 91. 36. 81. Watch the run.
And again, it's Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Murray. It's caught by Hooper. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And it's complete. Hooper. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Check 53, let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray, a deep ball for Dotson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Murray with a 3rd and long. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line.
First down, Cardinals.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
On second down, here's Henry. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
36. Push him back. Push him back.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taking it about the 16. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Murray now on first down. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into pop.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brought down back at the 27.
Ready.
56 is the mic. All day, all day.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Ready Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Mike, I'm coming for you.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
General West.
I got you.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Line 36. Let's go, D.
Let's go.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off, and try and chip someone at the second level. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down.
Still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella 95 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. And in Week 17, let's hope this won't affect him for the playoffs. We'll step aside. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this out wide to Taylor. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
On 2nd and 12, Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
On the ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
After the sack on first down, Bridgewater. Jones has it. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunky yardage picked up there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go. Watch 36.
Now again, right side. It's Taylor, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
First and 10 at the 34.
Looking to throw on first and 10. Here's McSorley. He finds Taylor. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Running from the gun with Henry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Here we go. Set. Henry. Got one.
The give to Taylor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's going to field this at the 4. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. To throw on second and 10. Murray, and his pass incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Murray now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Tighten up.
First down, Murray. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Mike 40, check, he's coming. Man, that's trash.
Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long.
No game on this defense, no game. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Get that quarterback. And 61. Max box. Mike, kill. Turn it up.
To throw on 3rd down. Murray able to find Isabella. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Go. All day, just like that.
Shotgun now from Murray. And he's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Austin Hooper with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second down, it's Henry. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Completes it to Austin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
61, matchbox lights.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They fire this one quickly to Austin. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 out more.
Don't get nervous.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like.
Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Ready, ready.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Cardinals, a final win here means they'll finish off the regular season at a solid 13-3. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for Detroit, despite the loss here, it was a splendid regular season as they'll finish at 12-4. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.